Okay, hello, and welcome back to Heckna. Last we left off in the hostel. The party had successfully saved Scooter von Snooter from being trapped within this tiny little confinements. You were rewarded with 5 red tickets, 1 red ticket each, and 3 free stays at the hostel. And that's where we kind of left off. We left off with the thanks, the congratulations. The party is leveled up as well. But yeah, that's where we've left off. What would you like to do? You do know that, or you were told that if you need gear, there is a lost and found that is the best place to go to. There are also just other general explorations you can do within the Revelia should you wish, but for now you find yourself still within the hostel, deciding what to do next. What do you do?
I said we check out the lost and found.
I don't have a problem with that. Let's go do that.
Yeah.
Alright. If you guys head outside and back into the Greater Revelia, and begin making your way towards the lost and found. Everyone roll me perception, please. Alright, you are all able to see as you're walking, through the various lanes of the Revelia. You spot a group of, revelers, dragging a cart of several seemingly unconscious, amalgamations, if you will. They're in cages. You see the monkeys that you saw within the hostel, these multi-armed monkeys. You see in another cage, in a bigger cage, is a donkey with sharp teeth and like a single eye in the front that also is like this multi-legged creature, and they're dragging these cages past you as you walk by. And if you just keep going on your way, nothing happens.
So I think when I leveled up, I got a thing where my speaking with animals is always I could always speak with animals. That's
Okay.
I don't know where it's at though.
It's Speech of the Woods.
Oh.
That's what it's called.
Do I hear them say anything specific or?
They're all currently
Not wearing anything, or
unconscious.
just- Oh, unconscious.
They are knocked out
My bad.
and being dragged in cages past you guys.
Hmm. Well, I guess we'll probably just continue.
Okay.
To ask too many questions.
As you continue onwards, you just walk by the scene. Eventually, you do get to this. One moment as I find it, so I can describe it to you. You find your way towards this a small ramp, which I think it'd be like here-ish. You find yourselves heading up this small ramp, which leads to a wagon, or leads into a wagon painted with colorful floral patterns. As you enter, you step into an eclectic and cluttered establishment. There is an assortment of random items covering the walls, no two alike. Weapons, clothes, jewelry, costume items, and more. All slightly tattered and clearly used. Underneath the items are small placards denoting the prices. The walls are covered floor to ceiling in items, save for one spot where the objects frame a single Heckna poster tacked to the wall. Unlike the other posters, this one isn't moving and is crudely drawn. Behind a wooden desk is a bird-like creature with a navy plumage, graying at the tips of his feathers. Glommed onto his beak is a disembodied hand. Another hand is wrapped around his throat. The open wounds on the twitching disembodied hands are slightly gangrenous. There's an open box on the counter in front of the bird person, holding one of the hand's missing fingers. The birdfolk mumbles to you, seeing you all, with his beak clamped almost shut, and looking at as you guys enter, says, "Are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna help get these things off me?"
I'll try to reach up and help.
Okay.
Craig will help him get him off as well.
As you guys move forward and grab the hands and throw them off the birdman. Some of you... Oh no, hold on. Some of you might have to fix your HP as I put us onto a battle map as the creepy crawlies lunge out to fight you. You all did just level up, so if your HP is wrong, well, you can fix it now as we roll initiative. Say Matthew's just waiting outside for this. Like, you guys go in. I have to see to something. Okay. Vivian, you're up first.
Okay. I guess I'll just use my I'll just use my sling from here.
Alright, which one?
My slingshot.
Who are you targeting?
Oh, my bad. The one to the left.
Alrighty. Roll that attack. That is just the damage. Oh, okay. We're gonna take the first one, which unfortunately is a miss. And the rock goes right over as the bird person says, "Hey, watch the merchandise!" Next, Fiametta.
Nervous to set the stuff on fire, Fiametta will hesitantly use her new ability called Flame On and try to throw a little fireball at a hand, hoping not to miss.
Oh boy.
So it's just a ranged power attack. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
10 fire damage.
Was it the left or the right hand?
Left.
Left.
Hadn't decided until that moment.
Left hand is incinerated.
Whew. Kind of spooked by them jumping off of... Is it Kenku, right?
It is kind of like little raven-like bird person, yes.
Yeah, she's... Even though one of them got incinerated, Fiametta's taking steps back. She does not want to be near those creepy things.
Okay. The creepy crawly's going to jump off of the counter. And... looking at you, Fiametta. Let's see.
Does it, like, stick its middle and ring finger at me to look at me?
Yeah, and then also, it's going to give you the finger. Does a 9 hit?
No.
You avoid... This is a ranged attack, by the way.
Psychic damage.
Yeah. You managed to avoid the attack. Craig, you're up.
And I'm gonna swingy my sword.
Okay. Nope.
That do be it?
Calamar.
Woo! Okay. Gonna go over here. And I'm gonna try to stab it with my dagger.
Okay.
Find that.
That does hit for 3 points. Okay.
Woo!
It is
Okay,
still
that is-
up.
Yeah.
That's your go?
Yep.
Alright, back to Vivian.
I guess I'll just try just hit it again with the...
Alright, that will hit. For 2 damage. It is barely up. Any movement?
Nope.
Fiametta.
Offended at the gall of this thing, I'll throw another little fireball out of my lantern at it.
Okay.
19 to hit.
And that one is incinerated as well. And as it is incinerated, the Birdman, he makes a little show of, brushing himself down, tending to his plumage, huffing and grumping at the box in front of him as he says, you can't trust nobody or nothing in this place, not even dead meat. I'm considering getting sick and tired of these jokes. Thanks for helping me out there.
What do you mean dead meat?
Well, the hands aren't exactly alive now, are they?
No, not anymore.
Right.
So, you all look like some fresh-faced folk. Welcome to my lost and found. Welcome to Locks Lost and Found. What can I do you for?
Well, we're looking to see what you've found. What's here right now?
Well, what are you after? I got weapons, I got armor, I got a whole bunch of different things that people have just left.
Weapons, you say?
Now I got weapons. Just tell me what you're looking for.
Got any swords?
I got
Single-handed,
swords.
Two-handed, doesn't matter. Sword,
I got-
sword's a sword, sword.
I got long swords. I got short swords. I got great swords. What do you need?
Long sword. Let me see a long sword.
All right, he'll kind of rummage, he won't rummage. He goes to like a back wall and takes off a long sword, and he hands it to you, and he says, "It's a very fine-looking long sword. Doesn't look like it's seen much use in action. You notice the hilt of the long sword has like confetti or like carnival like wrapping around it, very brightly colored, not unlike a candy cane. Very bright wrappings. And he says, got this one off of one of the big top workers. Someone didn't want it anymore. Landed in my shop. Is a long sword all you're after? And he kind of looks at you, Craig, and then looks at the rest of the group.
Is the longsword just a run-of-the-mill longsword, or is it like better or worse than what I'd be fielding now?
It does just look to be a run-of-the-mill longsword. You are more than welcome to ask if he has anything magical.
Yeah, this is kind of mundane. I already got one, not as carnival themed, but I already got my own sword. It's all pretty similar. You got anything else?
Something a bit more powerful then?
Bit, yeah.
Well, I don't know if I carry any specialty swords, but if you're up for it, I think I have a great sword somewhere. Most of the magic items I carry aren't exactly combat focused.
Like, what kind of items do you carry?
I carry a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I should have been more specific. You said you don't carry combat magic items. You carry other magic items?
I carry what magic items do find its way to me. If you need to walk up walls, I have some for it. If you need, if you need a cup of water late in the night that never runs out, I have some for that. All depends. You have something in mind?
Well, considering I'm not flush with any cash...
Oh, don't you worry. We take tickets here.
How many tickets for infinite midnight sips?
For one of my magical items? Thanks for a moment.
Yeah.
I think I have that priced at around 20 tickets. 20 red tickets.
Dim, I don't know if my number is right. I know we've had a lot of ups and downs from the previous game.
Yes. So, let me read here. I don't know if I ever wrote down the number. How many red tickets do you currently have?
I have 12 written.
Okay. Did you add the 3 red tickets that I accidentally took from you for the Midway games?
Probably not.
Okay, so
No, that doesn't sound right.
Then add 3 extra red tickets, and then you all got 1 red ticket from saving Scooter.
Right. You say this has all the water I could ever need? Because I'd be pretty low on my tickets.
Oh, that is correct. And he pulls out a little, like, horn-shaped object that has a little, you know, like, a cork at the end. And he says, yeah, this here decanter of endless water will make sure you never go thirsty.
Fiametta will look over to the group. How many tickets do you guys have?
I got 20.
Oh, you must have been winning a lot of games.
I think I have like 3 or 4.
Was anybody else interested in the water? I'm just looking at it knowing that I might miss one. I don't want to have no option to put out some of the, you know. What I'm trying to say is that can I spot a couple tickets, someone? She's like looking through her tickets and realizing she has a few short.
Yeah, how many do you need?
4? 4.
Okay, I can't remember if I'm supposed to have 3 or 4.
So you got 1 from freeing Scooter, and then for the mistake that I made back in the Midway games, you got 1 back as well. So I'll just say add 2 on top of whatever number you currently have.
Okay. So 4. I have 4 exactly, so you can have my 4.
You don't need them?
He kind of shrugs like, I don't know. You can just get me back later or something.
Will do. I shall proudly present the borrowed tickets. 1 decanter, please.
Takes the tickets. Here you go. Hands over the decanter, which, you know, are you small or are you tiny?
It's a good question. I
Because
think
it is.
It's a 5A race. It's small. It's small.
Okay, it is like a, you know, human-sized, like, horn. You know what I mean? So, not that you can't carry it, but, you know, it's like, if you strapped it to your back, it's like a backpack filled with school books, essentially.
Yeah, she's just shy of 2 feet tall, so it is extremely large. But she tries. She's lugging it. She's very proud of her giant jug.
And then he'll look at Vivian and Craig and say, again, yeah, sorry about the no specialty swords, but is there anything else I can help either of you two in? Any armor you might be after, any adventuring tools you might need. I do have magical items as well, as I said, just no combat items.
No, I don't think so.
I'll keep hoarding my tickets.
I also sell information if you want any of that. My information might be a bit cheaper to you folk, being new here. I don't take red tickets for it. All I ask, one trinket or item from outside the Revelia gets you one piece of old Locke's information. And being new here, that might interest you. Any takers?
No one's jumping on it? Oh! I don't have any trinkets listed in my inventory, but I could probably produce a small something.
I have just a knife I could give him.
Does he want a tinderbox?
If you hand it to him, he'll take it, because, you know, it's an item from beyond the Revelia. You came here with it.
Yeah, true.
So you hand it to him. Roll me a d8 via meta.
5.
Okay. He kind of goes down to a whisper and says, "This might help you a lot. You may have seen Heckna be rather keen to shower his favored revelers with praise and promotions. But don't be confused, he's rather fickle with his grace. There's only 2 who have managed to keep places at his side permanently. That's Sophie, who people call the Chandler of Flesh, and Arachne. People take to calling them his lieutenants. If you manage to get to their side, then you're only one step closer to Heckna himself."
It was Arachne and who?
Arachne and Sophie, the Chandler of Flesh, or Chandler of Flesh. Sophie, I'll spell them out for you. Sophie and Arachne.
Have those 2 been around a long time, or is that another trinket question?
Oh no, I can answer that. They've been here for as long as I can remember. His top 2. And certain revelers tend to do odd jobs for them, especially Sophie. I'd keep your eyes and ears out if I were you.
Thank you. Anybody else want any information?
takes is a trinket.
Calamar will hand over a trinket. Let me see what he's gonna hand over. I know I got something.
You're a bard. You got something.
Right. For some reason, I have a mirror. So he will hand over the little, what I presume is a little, like, hand mirror.
Okay. Roll me a d8. And if you get a 5, re-roll. Three. Okay. He, again, kind of goes down into this whisper and says, firstly, I know of your situation. We have a mutual friend, I believe. And he hands you, like a little parcel, Calamar. And he says, before I tell you what this is, let me give you your information. Keep your eyes out for, certain symbols found throughout the Revelia. They hold unique meanings. If you can find someone with a key or a knowledge of translating those symbols, so I hear, you might be able to find valuable information that could help ensure your survival. Or maybe you'll get lucky and you'll be the first to escape from the Revelia. And then he looks at the parcel and he says, now this, if I can trust you with it, I'm offering your group 25 red tickets if you can deliver this to a certain mutual friend. And he kind of raises his hand, says about yay tall, dark and broody, very grim man, covered in weapons. Who you all would know would be the man you met at the very beginning of the adventure, who introduced himself as Conrad. I think I think you can find him at the petting zoo. If you can deliver this for me and come back, I'll give your group 25 red tickets.
I think that's possible that we could do that. And Calamar kind of looks to the group for approval.
Metal shrug. Sure.
Visiting the petting zoo sounds fun.
Alright. Sounds good to me. Then you take that to our mutual friend, and then make your way back here nice quick like.
Alright. And he puts the parcel in his pack.
Alrighty.
Anybody else wanna trade trinket? I'm
Maybe he
good.
doesn't really have anything.
Well then, I guess I'll be seeing you later. Maybe when I give you those tickets, you'll spend them right back here at Locke's old shop.
It was nice to meet you.
Good to meet you all as well, and good luck out there. Alright. You guys set your way. This little portion is going to be very theater of mind. There is a petting zoo map. However, I have not set it up because I'm a bum. So I'm just going to bring you all to this map and use your lovely imagination for a while. As you all are heading towards the petting zoo, you know, opening map and getting a view of where you need to go. Everyone again, roll me a perception, please. Ooh. Okay. As you guys are walking, you see a reveler carrying some balloons, carrying a drink in his hand. And, you know, again, the whole carnival is crowded. There's a lot of people. It's not just empty streets. You're not just seeing one person walk by. But for the sake of things, you do catch this one person. You know, again, carrying a bunch of balloons, carrying a drink in his hands. He walks past you all, and you hear a commotion behind him. Or behind you all. As you look back, you see that he is now covered in his drink. And it's like the, it's like making eyes with the homeless guy in the subway station, where you accidentally make eyes with him, and he immediately starts walking your way. And I'll say because currently in the group, Craig, you're the biggest of the bunch. He kind of like, he doesn't square up with you, but he walks up to you with his, you know, now outfit coated in whatever drink he had, and he says, "Hey, buddy, you just made me spill my drink. What was that about? You owe me 5 tickets, you know. That drink was expensive."
Oh, yeah, my bad. And I'll break him off 5 tickets, I guess. I won't argue with him.
Okay, he takes the 5 tickets gladly, and I mean, like, grumbles, turns around, and walks away. And,
Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Like, give him the tickets or spill his drink. It was just an accident. No need to hurt the guy.
I mean, seems more like his fault to me, but
I would say with your nat 20 Fiametta, your group was nowhere near him when you heard the commotion.
yeah. Like, it kind of felt to me like he just bullied you into giving him tickets. That's akin to robbery.
It's just 5 tickets. Wouldn't give you 5, but I just got robbed for 5 willingly.
Hey, they're your tickets, but
Isn't your thing fire anyways?
yeah. That's why it's funny. We're not talking about my water right now. Grabs it kind of insecurely.
Okay.
If you don't want,
There you go.
you kind of grumble to herself and keep walking.
Alright. As you guys keep going,
Walk up like the biggest pushover, and Craig just can't be bothered. It's like, yeah, whatever, get out of here. It'll
which
get
is
you to
funny
quit
because
bothering me.
he
Yes.
squared up to you because you were the biggest.
Yeah. Would have had better luck trying to get the. Yeah, would have had better luck like intimidating someone else.
As you guys continue walking after that encounter, You do eventually find yourselves at a very large tent. I believe it's actually this on the map. I think that's correct. I think this is your tent. You find yourselves to a large tent that is draped with animal pelts and surrounded by a high metal fence that pens in various animals that roam over the grass. Under the moonlight, the creatures inside cast odd shadows. There's a sign hanging from the metal gate that reads, "Come on in and make a new friend. Pet a heckin' bunny today." Standing at the gate is a tall half-orc with long hair down to their shoulders. They are wearing a paper zebra mask, and their cloak that they wear trails behind them on the ground, and they are clutching a toy elephant. "Rally Rune vor Revelia," they say warmly. Won't you come in and make a new friend?" As they stand at the entrance of this tent. And it costs 1 red ticket to get into the petting zoo.
Calamar just goes, "Oh, I have no tickets."
I'll pay everyone's entry for the petting zoo.
Thank you.
Okay.
I just gave that guy 5. May as well spend with him 4
Not
for
pay for us for.
for everyone else.
This is very funny to me because Craig just went from, in an actual shop, he went, I'll save my red tickets, to getting bullied out of 5 and then spending
9 of them.
Hey, you know what? To be fair,
4 of them.
if you did buy items in the store, you wouldn't have had this. You wouldn't have had your tickets for this.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to be bullied. We would have had to fight that guy.
Let's see. Which of you 3 would like to roll me... which of you 3 would like to roll me a d10, please?
I've done a lot of the rolling tonight. Someone else do it.
So how about Ragdoll, Damien, Catbox, each of you roll me a d10, please. And then roll me perceptions as well. Damien, reroll your d10. 3, okay. And a perception from Fiametta.
Yes.
19, okay. As you walk in to the petting zoo, you are immediately taken aback by what you see. There are various cages that are filled with creatures of weird shapes and sizes. The first cage that you see houses those similar monkeys from the hostel. There are, let's see, do something here. There are 2 monkeys inside, multi-limbed, 4-armed monkeys, like really frail-looking frizzy tails, jagged teeth that jump up and down and around. The next cage that you see is weird because they're not animals. They're balloon animals that just float in this cage. And then the next cage you see, there are other cages, but these are the ones that stand out the most to you, is the donkey you saw earlier. Single beady eye, gnashing teeth, barbed tail. It's that, except they're zebras. There are 2 of these zebra monstrosities in this cage. They look like zebras. However, if zebras had maybe 3 extra legs, these jagged, sharp teeth, and, beady red eyes. And that's what Vivian, Calamar, and Craig see Fiametta, you see all this as well, but you also spy, in the corner of this tent, deeper in the shadows, is Conrad brooding in like a bleacher seat overlooking the animals in a back corner, just sitting there.
She'll be kind of enamored by all the animals before poking Craig and pointing at Conrad. Are you holding the bundle, or who's holding the bundle?
I have it.
Shit.
Wait till before I ain't got the guy.
I forgot who was holding it. I'll point out where Greg is to him. Where Conrad is.
I guess we head over to Conrad then.
All right. Is Vivian heading over too, or what's Vivian doing? Are you fascinated by the animals?
Yeah, Vivian might be a little too fascinated. Just kind of slowly following behind, but...
Walking alongside each of the cage as the others make their way to Conrad.
Yeah. Like, ooh, look at this one. Ooh, look at this one.
And as that happens and the rest of you, make your way to Conrad while Vivian's kind of trailing behind. As you kind of walk up, you notice that he is throwing like little pieces of like meat and jerky into one of the cages. And the kind of cage that here's nearby as you kind of look is a... It's weird to describe. It looks like... It looks as if something is wearing the flesh suit of a clown, but like stretched it out tenfold and should not belong inside of it.
Oh.
And he's just throwing pieces of jerky at it as you guys approach him.
That sounds terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Kind of glad Vivian fell behind. Jesus.
I'll go up to Conrad and be like, I have a package for you.
Is that so?
Yeah, from... What was the lost and found guy's name?
Locke.
Locke. I have a package from Locke for you. And he hands it to him.
Takes it. Rips it open. Takes out a piece of paper. And then he throws another piece of jerky into the cage and he says, "Oh, you done good bringing this to me. Good job." And he turns the piece of paper around to all of you, and he hands it back to you, Calamar. And if you look down to read the piece of paper, written on the piece of paper in bright, or in very big, bold lettering, is just the word test.
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 What is
Well
that for
done.
us? Did we pass?
It would seem so. If Locke trusts you enough to bring this to me, then I take it safe to assume that, my words might have hit pretty hard when we first met, and you don't quite fancy yourself staying in this carnival for the rest of your lives.
I'd rather not.
Well, there's still a lot of work to be done. You gotta make more of a show. Find entries into the other parts of the Revelia. Once you make it to the big man himself, maybe you can change things around here. I'm doing my own work, of course. Trying to figure things out. But that's
With
where you
the
all
animals?
come in handy. Well, this is just a place I like to come when I'm on break.
It soothes him.
And he actually walks towards the cage with this weird clown flesh thing. And you notice it actually, like, coddles up to the edge of the bars as he's, like, petting it, essentially. And he says, Bruno here is my favorite. Coming down here every once in a while, giving him some treats, making sure he knows he's loved. And if any of you are paying close enough attention as he does this, you notice that it's not actually some sort of weird monstrous flesh being. It is a ordinary looking brown bear that has seemingly been stuffed into a clown costume.
Oh.
And he's just petting it as he's talking to you guys.
Right.
And he'll kind of look at you all while petting the bear and say, "So, what have you all learned so far? Where have you been? What do you know?" Team's got to share information, right? I've shared what I've been doing. What have you been doing?
Well, a little. Not a ton. I know Araki and Sophie. Those are two contacts that we probably don't want to be nice with.
Yeah. Heckna's top 2. He points to some of the other animal amalgamations, and he says, he points to the zebras, and then maybe the monkeys, and he says, "Yeah, each and every one of these animal amalgamations, as she calls them, are made by Sophie in her lab and brought here for the shepherd to care for. No one amalgamation is the same as the other. Whether it's an extra leg she decides to sew on, or 3 arms, all what you're staring at is Sophie's work."
That's gross.
Yeah, she's not the kindest. He'll look at the others after talking with Fiametta, like look towards Craig and then Calamar and then Vivian as she's slowly approaching and says, "What about the rest of you? Learn anything that might help you while you're in here?"
Something about having to look for symbols across the place.
Symbols, yeah. I know of these symbols. I think I might know someone who might be able to help you. But I'm gonna warn you, they might ask for a favor of two in its place. That's only if you want it, though. I don't know how much your lot wants to be entangling themselves with the friendly faces here.
I mean, we all want to get out, right?
Looks to the rest of your group, waiting to see what you all say.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Alright, well... if you all want to get out, then... I should, direct you to one... Sean Smith. Which is the most normal name you've heard this entire time. You've been here. You've heard Scooter Von Snooter, you know, all these other wild names, and then this grim-looking Van Helsing guy just said, "Let me send you to someone named Sean Smith." And he says, "Yeah?"
Nothing. Keep going.
He's one of the faction leaders in the Revelia. He's also, I hear, one of the best translators in the Revelia for the different symbols and languages you might be hearing. He's gonna ask you for favors, but he should be able to help you. I'll warn you, though, from what I hear, he's a rather brash man. Easy to anger. But if you can get on his good side, all for the better.
So where do we find him?
You still got, actually, he wasn't there for that. He says, you happen to have a map on you? Did you get one anywhere?
I'll pull map view out of my pocket.
Yeah, just like, "Hey, how's it going? Why have you been using me?" He, like, puts his hand over the mouth of Mapview to shut him up, and he'll point to, like, a common area, like, right here on the map, and says, you should be able to find him at the security booth that he runs. And, can't find him there, check back in with Locke. He might have more things for you to do for him that could aid you. I'll do my
That's
best.
convenient.
I'll do my best to catch up with you all when I can. Yeah. Locke trusts you now. Locke trusted you enough to give you this, then I'm sure if you need anything, he's your safest bet. Sorry to cut you off there, Calamar, if you have more to say.
Oh no, I was just saying that's convenient because we gotta go talk to Locke anyways to get those tickets.
Mm-hmm. And he kind of just goes back to his seat after petting the bear and looks at the rest of you and says, "Is there anything else before you head on your way?"
Nope, no, I don't think so. Not for me.
Alright, well, then enjoy the petting zoo while you can, and then find your way to Sean Smith. And then he kind of just lets you all wander where you would like. Whether you want to stay in the petting zoo longer or head out immediately. What do you do?
I want to pet a couple animals. Which one of the amalgamation looks like it would eat me the least?
Roll me an insight. That's what I'm gonna ask for. A 6? Maybe you just go to the balloon animals.
That is the safest bet. She'll be a little apprehensive with the other ones and finally just decide to go pet them.
You're just going up to the balloon animals, and yeah, I mean, they look like very realistic balloon animals, but they're just balloon animals. Definitely the safest bet.
You wouldn't hurt me.
What about the others as Fiametta goes up to the balloon animals? How about Calamar?
When we came in, someone said something about heckin' bunnies.
Yes, the sign out front said, "Come and pet yourself a heckin' bunny."
Yeah, I would like to go pet a heckin' bunny.
Okay. You go up to like a little petting zoo stall, and inside are 6 tiny little bunnies. Similar to the bunnies that you fought in the camping room. You walk up, and they actually seem docile this time. You walk up and begin petting them. They feel like, normal bunnies, if it weren't for the fact that they have 3 ears, a single burning red eye in the center of their face, and like a scorpion tail?
Well, definitely some interesting heckin' bunnies.
Indeed. And you're having a... Good is a questionable, actually. I guess that's up to Calamar to decide how, quote-unquote, good of a time you're having petting these creatures.
I don't know, they're soft. Maybe they're kind of cute in a weird way.
In like that, ratty dog type way? Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Craig? I know Vivian, I'm sure you're still looking at the animals, right? What about Craig?
I just kind of walk around and look at the stuff. I wouldn't be too interested in trying to pet anything.
Walking around, you find yourself to maybe a back area of the tent where it is very interesting. It is the largest little petting zoo arena, I guess, if you will. And inside of it, kind of just walking around, is a large elephant. But it's not just any elephant. It is an animal Gamation, after all. Its trunk isn't a regular trunk. It is more like a tentacle. And it has, like, spines growing off of its, like, body, instead of, like, where hairs would be are spines. And it is a very brutal-looking creature. Its tail, again, is like this tentacle. It has these massive tusks that have more, like, jagged bits of bone sticking out of them. Like, almost like an Oliphant out of Lord of the Rings. It is a very brutal-looking creature. And you know, being a hobgoblin, you think to yourself, man, this would probably make for a pretty good war mount. And as you're all kind of looking over the different creatures, wondering what to do or where to go next, I am going to call this an early session, as we do not have a Matthew, and before anything big happens, I'd like everyone to be here, of course, and allow Matthew his time for shopping as well. But that is where we're going to end the session for tonight. And see what the group does, because, you know, he still has to experience the petting zoo. And see what happens in the next one, where we will play for our normal amount of time. So we will be back mid-August for our next session of Heckna. That is where I'm going to end this one. Thank you all for playing. Yes, see you all in the next one.
You